Crikey, have a look at this.
Question mark. What is this? Question mark.
Does this remind you of anything? No worries. This is a South African giant millipede, and it's a vegetarian. Besides, it's too small to cause any real damage, but that doesn't mean it's defenseless.
Looks like an alien. Look at him. It's like the alien creature from the movie Aliens. I can see myself in his reflection. Look at that. I can see myself on like his carapace. Isn't that cool? It's a mirror reflection on his carapace there. You can see me filming him.
I'm kind of glad they don't get much bigger than this. There's even what looks like battle dents on his head.
It's a giant African millipede. That feels really strange. It's got little claws, about 250 to 400 claws on each of its, well, 2 claws for each segment, or legs. It's an amazing creature. I've always liked insects, and they always fascinate me. There's a little risk with this animal here. It's this arthropod. It only has 2 defenses: curling up on a ball to protect itself from getting predated on. Very hard exoskeleton, it's very strong, and then it has a caustic tasting secretion that it oozes from its each of its segment from its pores. There's like little pores on each segment that it secretes this stuff, and it tastes bad to animals if you wanted to eat it. But very cool organism, animal. It's an arthropod, and they call him a millipede, meaning 1,000 feet, but it actually has about 400. It's not really poisonous. It doesn't have a real strong bite. Its mandible is not really designed to kill. It's actually it's a vegetarian. They have a very hard exoskeleton. It's designed to help them if like some bird or some animal is going to grab this. It would be very hard to carry it off. Millipedes like this have 2 defense systems. This is one of them, where they coil up and protect themselves from attack. He's buried his head down deep in his coils there. He looks like a snake, doesn't it? He looks like a snake. Oh man, he's cool as heck. He looks like a snake. He's a giant arthropod snake. Its other defense is actually to secrete a kind of a caustic ooze from its sides.
They secrete hydrocyanic acid, a caustic, foul-smelling chemical.
If you handle them correctly and nicely, they're not going to ooze that toxic junk on your skin. Look at his legs move. Look at that, cool. It's all rhythmic. Incredible how its brain can control its movement. It's a fantastic animal. It's beautiful. They, like I say, this is a lot of people actually buy these in the pet industry. They, I was amazed to see that they actually sell them for like $30 or more in the pet stores. But they're very common species in Africa. Usually they live in lowland areas where it's more moist. But the problem is they can't get too wet. It's been raining here in southern Africa for a few days now, and they can't survive in an entirely wet environment. It's because they have each of their segments. They breathe through their segments in their body. They don't have lungs. They have little pores that exchange air, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Ain't they cool? Look at those little 2 antennas he got. What a cool insect. I can understand why people want these as pets. They're very cool. Very limited eyesight. They don't have very good eyes. They're like I think they call spiralettes. I forget, but it's they just see changes in contrast and light. Oh, ain't he cool? Look at those legs. He's about 1 foot long. This guy's huge. He was found inside one of the leopard cages, and to save him from getting crushed or eaten by a leopard. We rescued him. You would think it would have a complex brain to be able to control all these, 250 to 400 feet legs it's got. And they all work in unison. Oh, he's just so cool. He's got weight to him, too. I mean, there's actually weight to this animal.
Here's a baby one, coiling up in defense.
It curls up in a ball to protect itself. But a smaller animal will have a tough time chewing on it. So, don't stay in that mode until the danger is over. Look at the size comparison.
They start off small, but get big.
There's just a baby one.
What's cool to me is they also have a reverse gear.
And that's how they get this big. They live between 5 to 7 years old, so they can get this big. And he writes himself. All these animals have a sense of up and down based on gravity. Turn him upside down, and he immediately writes himself. See? Not as fast as a cat, but... Slowly. So you can't see. He has to sense with his antennae. That's what he's doing. If he doesn't like it, then he recoils away from it. Look how long this guy is. I mean, he's almost as long as my forearm. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them legs are rolling. Roll. Millipede. Look how cool his, look how that segmented legs go. That is just so cool. Isn't that cool? It's like a rhythmic motion, all in sync. That's just beautiful. Look how long that is. That feels really weird. Feet are very clawed, so I can feel the little needles sticking into my scalp. Ends of their feet just have little spikes. That feels strange. Look at that. I got a hat. Oh, he's chewing on my skin. Oh, he's trying to bite me. Don't you bite me. He's actually clawing into my forehead. No, not edible. He was definitely trying to bite me. Eat me. He's probably hungry. They don't have a lot of bite to them. He was definitely trying to chew into my face, my forehead. No, buddy. You're vegetarian, remember?
It was time to say goodbye to Mr. Millipede. After admiring him for the afternoon, I released him the next day in the garden. I had held him captive for the day, so before releasing him, I gave him some melon to help him on his way. They feed mostly on dead vegetation rather than people's foreheads. This watery melon hit the spot. They may have certain value in the pet industry, but I prefer to see them in a natural environment. Life and the living is interesting if you just slow down and take a look. If you like this video, please share it and give the thumbs up. And consider joining my channel.
Join my coalition.